guys, I'm trying to salvage this rusty taken the piss front panel for the Uno. As you can see, look at the rust underneath. It's like it's been submerged in water. It's not the panel that I ordered. It's not, obviously it is new, but it's not. That's the original one salvageable Uno Turbo front panel. That's the one I've cut off. So I'm going to sandblast this. I'll probably sandblast this, straighten it up and sell it on to someone because it is usable. And then I'm going to take this bottom cross member off, and I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use the one that's still on the car. I'm going to take this off and I'm going to sandblast that, and then I'm going to etch primer it, paint it, put it back all together on the car. Guys, today I'm doing the front panel. As you can see, I've clamped it just to put it in situ, see what it looks like. I've painted it both sides. That's the opposite side, is it not? Nope, that's it from the front. But anyway, you get the idea. I wanted it painted both sides. I'm going to weld it together because the problem these have is they're just primered, I think, and they're painted, and that's why they all rot so bad. But as you can see, I had it sandblasted previously, etch primed, 2-pack primed, and did a wet and wet with some Glazerite white, any paint, and then once this is welded together, it's going to get painted again, the correct colour, along with the door and the tailgate, and then that's all the paint on the car done, guys. And I'll have a pretty solid front panel for many years to come, and it'll be getting painted obviously again where it's been welded onto the car. So anyway, I'll crack on with that and get some welded done, and I need to change the battery in this camera, using a different camera today because my iPhone's charging, but this is a much better professional Canon 5D, so it should look pretty smart when it's on the screen. This is where I've welded, guys. I've welded underneath, as you can see, around here under these hidden parts, around the other side in the same places where the spot welds were. I'll grind those down with the power file, nice and neat. Yeah, you won't notice them. There's a few marks there that look like original spot welds as well that I've welded from the opposite side. They've made quite a nice impression on the opposite side from where you can see aesthetically from that point of view. But anyway, this is ground down now. As you can see, they'll be ready for filler. This part here, it's come apart. When I've ground it, the weld pops off. I'll have to just do that one again. I'll drill it and give it a quick tack. There's the back, all ground down. This is why I've painted it as well, because there's parts where, you know, paint can't get to. If I would have just welded that together or left it together, it would have been full of rust. If I would have just left it and painted it, the paint wouldn't have got to where it needs to get to. So now it has, and I'm going to paint it again. So it should last for quite a few years. No reason it shouldn't, but here's the difference anyway. That's the original panel I've just pointed to. This here is like a crease, a bend, and there it's been folded, the metal, where as on the original panel, what I took from the Mk1 Uno, it's pressed. As you can see, there's no line, no fold. That's the genuine panel this side that I'm touching now. And there you can see again that fold there on that side. Anyway, this is ready for some filler. So I'll get some filler mixed and I'll get back to you. Should look nice. All this will be smoothed off. Put some seam sealer on it. I'll put it back in the unit and I'll paint it again. And then I'll paint it the bits that are on the car. I've done a mix of fiberglass and bog, 50-50, only a little bit. And I've just covered over the where the welds have been, guys. I'm trying to use this other camera today. just for this bit anyway, at least. Can't be bothered, got to get the iPhone off charge. Much better camera, but you got to focus it yourself. Try and get in there for you. This is the bracket off. It's off the back of the manifold. I've coated it with cure rust after I sanded it. I used the wheel, the wire brush wheel on the drill, and used this DA. Bought this off Amazon. It was only £54, something like that. Best thing I've ever bought. I'm going to give it a DA anyway now. Get some of this cure rust off, and then I'm going to give it a coat. I'll get this off here. I'll come back to it and I'll show you the paint I'm going to use, and then the process I do to put it in the oven and bake it. This bracket I've sanded with the wire wheel and a Dremel. Most of the parts I had sandblasted. I paid £70, £60 to have a load of parts sandblasted. They're going rusty already. They were going rusty when I got them back. You've got to prime them straight away, or go and get them powder coated, or zinc them, whatever you're going to do with them. I would have liked to have zinced these parts, but I haven't got time now. I just, you know, I have got time, but I haven't. I'm wanting the car finished. Another day, another project. The brackets and what? It's my car. So what I'm going to do now is take this and hang it on the washing line on my little hooks. I'm going to prime it with this acid etch 8. This is what I coated the engine block in before I painted it with that silver paint. And then I'm going to be painting it with this Amorite matte metal paint, satin. Paint it with that, gives it a nice OE look. And then when this is on, there's not much in this. I got 3 or 4 tins for £34 something on offer on eBay. The more you bought, the cheaper the price. But I'm going to put it in the oven at 80 degrees again for 20 minutes, and that's fine with this. That isn't looking so good, what I've just put in the oven. It doesn't look as good as what the what's it called over there on the windowsill, the manifold. Doesn't look as good as that. Let me just see if I can touch it. Oh yeah, yeah, look at that, guys. It does not look like that. It looks like the paint on it has lifted, maybe. I don't know. I'll have a look when it cools. But I'm gonna look. There's what I left. What I was talking about before. See, because when it's sat on the table, it's resting like that. So now I'll just lay it like that. Coat this side, and any bits under there that aren't going to be touching the table, put it back in the oven, and do the same again. Turn it over. Give it one more coat on that other side, and then I'm done with that. But I'm not too happy that I found a hairline crack wherever the fucker is. Somewhere anyway, but it has got one. Right, anyway, I'm going to go and get this primered because I'm wanting to go out. Got places to go, people to see. Thought I'd show you what I do to prepare my paint, guys. This is as hot as my water will go, and my hot water is hot. It's like almost kettle hot, and I leave the paint in the water to get warm. And also I've been leaving the parts in the oven and painting the brakes especially whilst they're warm, hottish, and it's giving a really good look. I'll show you those once they're dry. They're in the backyard in the washing line drying. It is late and it's dark and I sound like Darth Vader because I'm going back out to do some more paint. So this is primered. This has been painted once, put in again after being painted again, after being heated like this was, and then painted. I'm going to take that out now
I'm going to paint it straight away. That's not been in for the 20 minutes, it's been in for I'd say about 10 minutes. This has been in also for about 10-12 minutes. There's a piece at the back that has been in for 20. You can't really see it because it's black swinging. And I'm going to take this out now, take that out to dry in the temperature of the normal conditions, and I'm going to paint this now instantly. Dinner is served.
The next day.
Good afternoon, guys. Yesterday's after being in the oven. What do you think? Anyway, here we have the gearbox sandwich plate, engine mount, front engine mount, rear mount, stabilization, whatever you call it. This, I think that goes behind the, I'm not sure, it's just near the battery, attached to the battery tray. On the other side, engine mount. And then I've got a problem here with my very nice looking manifold, as you can see. There's a crack here. Can you see that? So I'm going to drill it, either end of the crack, grind a channel in it, and then I'm going to go and take it to an engineer's. I'm not going to bother trying to weld it myself. I'm going to go and pay someone. Won't cost me much, 10-20 quid. Might let him know that I'll give him a free shout out on one of my last videos for when he welded my YZ engine. You never know, might get a freebie. So I'll drill that now with this and prepare it. I'll show you when I've done it. I'm just simply, guys, going to drill there and on the opposite side. I seen a video last night on YouTube, and the guy recommends that you drill either end of the crack so that it doesn't spread any further once you've welded it, which makes sense. So I'll crack on with that now. I've drilled a hole here, guys. There's one. There's the other on the other side. I'm simply now just going to get the Dremel and grind a groove, grind a channel down it for the weld to flow into, and you know, give it strength. You're not just going to grind it flat and then weld over a line. That'd be, you know, obviously you need a channel for it to go through, for it to fill, and make it nice and secure. There we have it, guys. I've just drilled the holes again, and as you can see with that one, I've gone through a little bit. I hardly think it matters, but I drilled the holes again because they just ended up being part of the channel, and it wasn't like I'd even drilled them. I'm not too sure if you go all the way through with the holes or not, but I'm not going to. I'm not particularly bothered. I just want it welded, to be honest. So I'm going to go and take that now to Oldham and get it welded. I might have to go and pick it up tomorrow or something. It probably depends how busy they are. But I'm sure the guys down there will get it done. That's a piece of piss. I could do that now myself, but I'm not going to bother, and I think it'd be better with a TIG rather than a MIG.
4 to 6 days later.
We've got it back welded, guys. I don't know if you can see the weld there. Not ground it all the way down. Well, the person who welded it didn't, for a rightful reason of it may crack again. So left it a bit proud. But I would like to have shown it you before I started painting it. But as I do, as usual, I get carried away and excited and start wanting to get things back together. But anyway, you can see it looks fine. It'll be great when it's on the car. You know, that's all it's getting, and I think that's good enough.
going to take it to the garage and I'm going to give it 20 minutes in the oven as well. I'm not putting nothing in the food oven anymore now that I've cleaned it out.